Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video tutorial we are going to learn how to configure the static route on the Cisco routers. Alright, so basically before going to static routing, I wanna give you the overview of IP routing. Let's know about the IP routing and its types. Alright, so basically our IP routing is divided into let's know about what is IP routing. Alright, IP routing is a process or technique. Alright, IP routing is a process or technique to identify the path from one network to another network. So simple. Okay, so basically there are two types of IP routing, that is static routing and dynamic routing. So we are going to learn about static routing. So under static routing there comes another routing, that is default routing. Okay, and under the dynamic routing there comes a two-part, or dynamic routing is further divided into two subparts, that is IGP and EGP, interior gateway protocol and exterior gateway protocol. Alright, so our today's main task is how to configure the static routing on Cisco devices. Alright, so I have already created a scenario. Okay, this is our scenario. We are going to configure the static routing on all the routers. Alright, I have already configured the IP address on all the routers interface. Alright, it is already shown to you. You can see I have configured 30.1 on this FS/0/0 and 10.10.20.2 on this, and 10.10.20.1 on this serial interface 0/0/0. Okay, I guess you all know how to configure the IP address. Okay, I have already mentioned the IP address that must be configured on these routers. Okay, you can see this IP address and can easily configure the IP address on all the routers interface. Alright, if you don't know how to configure the IP address on router interface, please follow my previous videos. I have already shown you how to configure the IP address on routers interface. Alright, so basically our today's main task is how to configure the static routing. Okay, so for configuring the static routing, we just know about the command is really simple. Okay, the command is IP route destination network address and its subnet mask and the next hop address or interface name. So simple. Alright, so basically what is the need of static routing? So static routing is needed, okay, for finding the path from one network to another network. Alright, if you suppose let's say an example, we know that all the routers knows the network that is directly connected to its interface. Alright, so this router R2 only knows the network that is directly connected to it, that is 10.10.20.0 network and 192.168.30.0 network. This router does not know about this network and this network. Alright, so for this if this PC or if this user want to communicate with this network, alright, to this user, so it cannot be possible because this router does not know about this network, how to send a packet to this network. Alright, if the packet is generated by this network user, okay, for this destination network, but this router does not know about how to send a packet to this destination network, so the packet will be dropped. Alright, the communication could not be possible. So for this, static routing comes in place. Alright, so let's take its IP address. Let's take this routing table for this scenario. Enable show IP route. Show IP route. Alright, so you can see that it only knows about the directly connected network, that is 20.0 network and 30.0 network, 20.0 network and 30.0 network. It does not know about this 20.0 network, 192.168.20.0 network, and this network as well as this network. So we are going to, and similarly R1 also does not know about this network, and yes, only these two network, and R3 does not know about this network, and this network. Alright, so we are going to configure the static routing on all these routers. Alright, let me show the IP route. Let me show the routing table of this router also. So IP route. you can see that it only knows the network that is directly connected to this interface, that is 10.0 network and 10.192.168.10.0 and 10.10.10.0 network. Okay, you can see. Alright, this C means directly connected, you all know that. Okay, so I am going to configure the static routing. Alright, so how to configure it? The command is really simple. The command is IP route destination network address is subnet mask next hop address or exit interface. Alright, so I'm quickly going to click on router R2 and CLI. Okay, configure terminal. Okay, IP route and then destination network address. First I am choosing this destination network address, that is 192.168.20.0. alright, and its subnet mask, that is 255.255.255.0. alright, and then next hop address. Alright, so for this router the next hop will be this hop. Alright, or you can also use the exit interface, that is 10.10.20.2, but I'll prefer just use next hop address, that is this 10.10.20.1. right, so hit enter. Okay, so if any packet is generated for this network, alright, now this router will able to send the packet to this network. Okay, so simple. So let's configure next route, that is for this network, that is 10.1. so the command is really simple. It is IP route 192.168.10.0 network and its subnet mask 255.255.255.0. okay, and then exit interface or next hop address, that is next hop address will be same, that is 10.10.20.1. alright, so hit enter. So we are done that is, I think we are done, right? This network, yeah. So let's go to R1. Okay, so R1 also knows the route. Let me see the routing table of this. Route. So you can see that after configuring the static routing, there are two more routes that is on the routing table of router R2. Okay, that is where it is, man. I think the PC is okay. So you can see that after configuring the IP route static routing, you can see that this S stands for static routing. Alright, we have mentioned the two network via static routing. Alright, so that is 10.0 and 20.0. okay, so this comes under the routing table of R2. okay, so similarly we are going to configure the static route on router R1. so for this, go on global configuration mode, that is config terminal. Alright, we are in global configuration mode. So the command is really simple, that is IP route and then destination network address, that is this router just know about the three networks, that is this network and this network that is directly connected to its interface. So this router does not know about this network. So for this network, 30.1 network 192.168.30.1, the subnet mask, that is 255.255.255.0. okay, and then what will be the exit interface, what will be the next hop address, that will be this 10.10.20.2. for this router, for this R1, the next hop address to reach this network, to reach 192.168.30.1 network will be 10.10.20.2, that is 10.10.20.2. 10.20.2. Alright, so hit enter. Inconsistent address and mask. Let me check what is happening. IP route for going to 192.168.30.1 network. 30.1 network. 192.168.30.1 network. 30.1 not 30.0. I was making mistake. Alright, we are not going on particular IP, we are going to mention the particular network. Okay, 192.168.30.0 and then 255.255.255.0. It is subnet mask and the next hop address, that is 10.10.10.10.20.2. okay, so it's taking this. Okay, I had made mistake, that is I had mentioned the particular IP address of the router's interface, not the network. Okay, so it was not taking the command. So hit enter. Okay, we are done with this network. So we are going to configure a static route for this network on router R1. Okay, so command is really simple. IP route 192.168.10.0 network. Okay, and then its subnet mask, that is 255.255.255.0, and then what will be the next hop? Next hop will be, so tell come on, this hop. Okay, for this router to reach on this network, the next hop will be 10.10.10.2. okay, 10.10.10.2. so simple. Okay, hit enter. Now let us quickly check the IP routing table of this router. Before there was only 3 network on the routing table of router R1. So okay, after configuring the static route, 2 more route must be there in the routing table of this router. So let's quickly check it. Do show IP route. Right, so you can see that this and this network are on the routing table of this router. Okay, so let's go on router 3 and quickly configure the static route, that is configure terminal, IP route, which route? For 30.1 network, that is 192.168.30.1 30.0 255.255.255.0 space, and then next hop. What will be the next hop? 10.10.10.1. okay, for this 30 network, the next hop will be this 10.10.10.1. if the packet will come into this router knows how to send the packet to this network, because in this router also we have already configured the static route. Okay, so for this router to reach on this network, one IP route 192.168.20.0. okay, that is this network. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. what will be the next hop? The next hop will be this 10.10.10.1. right, if the packet comes on, if the packet will reach on this router knows about this network, because this network is directly connected to this router. Right, so that's it, I guess. Okay, from this and from this. Okay, so let's quickly see if this router will able to ping this router or not. Okay, that is either R3 will able to ping the router R2 or not. That is ping 10.10.20.2. hope it will work. Okay, Okay, success rate is 0%. I think we had made some mistake. Okay, let's see the routing table of this router, that is so IP route. Okay, it is not pinging this network, but why? Let's see. Ping, either it will be able to ping this network 10.10.10.1. Ping is successful, but this router is not able to communicate with this router. Okay, because this router does not know the IP route. Okay, I think this router must know the. Okay, in this router R3 we haven't given the static route of this network, and for this router R2 we haven't given the static route for this network. Alright, so I think that is the mistake we had made. Right, so let's quickly configure the static route for this network on router R3. Let's see. Configure. What is happening, man? My typing is really bad, huh? Configure terminal IP route. Okay, that is this network 10.10.10.20.0 network, and then subnet mask, that is, what is subnet mask for this router? I have configured. Check the subnet mask that I have given on serial interface of this network, that is 10.10.20.2. Okay, do show config, that is, okay, I have mentioned the class C address only. Okay, so where I was, subnet mask, that is 255.255.255.0, and then next hop, that will be 10.10.10.1. Alright, so hit exit. Okay, similarly on R2 we are going to configure the static route for 10.10.10.0 network. Okay, so IP route 10.10.10.0 network plus 255 mask 255.255.0. What will be the exit interface? Sorry, next hop address. You can use exit interface also. If you want to use exit interface, just type the IP address of this exit interface. Alright, if you want to use the next hop address, the next hop address will be this address. Alright, 255.250.0, and the next hop address 10.10.20.1. Okay, so let's see either this router will able to ping this router or not. Okay, so ping 10.10.10.2. So see, the ping is successful. Alright, so let's go on router R3. Before it was not able to ping this router. Okay, let's see now it will able to ping this router or not. Okay, so ping and then 10.10.20.2. okay, hope, yes. Hooray, so we are done. Okay, the ping rate is 100% perfect. So this network will able to communicate with this network, and this network will able to communicate with this network. Alright, so the basic funda of static routing is just to assign the network. Sorry, there was some hindrance. Okay, so the basic funda of static routing is to assign manually the network address on the routing table of the router. Okay, so we can see from this PC we will be able to communicate with this PC. Alright, so just go on command prompt. Before it was not able to ping this IP address, okay, of the remote network. So let's quickly see either it will able to ping or not. Okay, the first request is timeout, that is for ARP, that is address resolution protocol, will take place. Okay, so for that one packet is dropped out. Okay, and from then three pack, and from then and then words we had got a reply back. Okay, that is send 4 packets and receive 3 packets. One packet is lost. One packet is lost because the ARP protocol takes place. Okay, so if you again ping, then we'll see that there will be no packet drop. Okay, the sent and received frame will be 4 and 4. Okay, see, there is no any timeout for the any packet. Okay, we had gotten reply, we had sent 4 packets and we have received 4 packets. The lost is 0%. Okay, so that's all. So it is really simple how to configure the static routing all the interface, so all the routers are able to communicate with each other. Okay, so that's all. It's really easy to configure. Just do practice a lot. Okay, if there is any sort of confusions, so please do mention your doubts in comments. Okay, so thank you so much. So we'll see you in our next video. All right, so just try to focus on lab, just do lots of practice. Okay, it's must. You can prefer theories on your ccna book or from anywhere, or from anywhere else. All right, but I'll just make sure I'll make your skills on lab a good one. All right, so I'll try. So hope you like my videos. Okay, I'm also newbie, I'm a fresher, so but I'll give my best. I'll try to make you understand. Okay, so thank you so much. Keep watching. Goodbye, see you.